Hello and welcome to the Mounjaro, show. I'm going to call it the Mounjaro show. The Mounjaro show. No, that doesn't sound good. But yeah, it's the third episode chronicling the third week of my Mounjaro journey, which has been really fun so far. Really exciting stuff. I hope you guys are enjoying these videos. I've been thinking about what I'm going to talk about, honestly, because it's more of the same. So what I did actually is I ran through a couple of experiments, which I'm going to I guess just tell you about my findings and just how it's felt with these little experiments that I've basically been running on myself. So I'm going to give you how much. I'm going to tell you how much weight I've lost, or if I've just maintained, or I might have gained weight. Who knows? Spoiler alert. But I'm going to tell you that towards the end. I guess what I just wanted to do first is just sort of explain the week that I've had, basically. So I was doing a show in the evenings. So I was just extremely busy. Show week is always really busy. And you tend to not eat that much on show week just because the show goes over sort of your dinner time. You get home. You might snack a bit more during show week in general. So I was interested. I mean, this in and of itself was like an experiment. It's like, wow, what's Mounjaro going to be during show week? Because honestly, your normal meal schedules go out the window. You just snack, have sandwiches from Tesco's, that kind of stuff. I did still have my prepared meals. I'm going to talk about my most recent prepared meals in a bit. So I still had them, 5 of them, and I still was eating just 2 rice cakes as a snack for my lunch with cheese and chorizo. So yes, did I break my diet during show week? The answer is yes. Yeah, at the theatre, I was doing this show. It was like proms. Imagine BBC proms, but like musical theatre. So I was at a theatre called Bridewell Theatre, and we've got a backstage right next to the dressing room. We've got this huge table which has all of the props and maybe different costume bits that we might need throughout the whole show. And on this table, there was just an endless stock of sweets and crisps and cakes and biscuits. And that was literally there the whole time for the whole. We were there Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It was just sweets, chocolate, cakes, crisps. Now, obviously, I'm not going to chow down on them in this situation. These are for everybody. But I did find myself on Monday, which is when I take my injection, by the way. On Monday, I was eating some sweeties. And on Tuesday, I was also putting my little fingers into the packet of sweeties and taking a sweetie out and putting that sweetie into my mouth and then chewing it and then swallowing it. That is eating a sweetie. However, Wednesday I didn't have any, if I'm honest with you. I had my main dinner before I got to the theatre, so I'd have my main dinner around about 4 p.m. And this is the preset meals that I make that are carefully calorie measured and stuff, and protein and everything. So I would have that around about 4 p.m. I'd be having my rice cakes and my black coffee and water and 0 sugar drinks throughout the day as well. And yeah, so Monday, Tuesday, I was really feeling kind of hungry and nibbling on these sweets. But when it got to Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I wasn't eating any of the sweets, if I'm honest with you. And they were being offered to me. Like, people were getting chocolates delivered to the dressing room. And they were like, Inti, would you like a chocolate? And I was like, not really. Like, it almost sounded rude. You know when you offer someone some chocolates and they say no? It sounded kind of rude. They were like, hey, Inti, have some of these chocolates. And I was like, no. I just didn't feel like eating the chocolate. So I guess the realization is that after I take the injection on the Monday, for me personally, this might be different for everybody else, but for me personally, the effects of not feeling hungry don't kick in till about Wednesday, like 2 days after, if I'm honest with you. So, because I do remember Monday and Tuesday, I was hungry, baby. I was a hungry baby. But yeah, by the time it got to Wednesday, I was just not hungry. Just didn't feel like eating. Didn't feel like eating food. I've said that before. Like, it just takes away the want of it. Didn't even just want the flavor of it, really. Like, I love sweets. I especially love sour sweets, and they had the Tangfastic Haribo there, and I love the cherry. Like, I didn't feel like it. It's just so strange for me. So yes, throughout the week I really didn't eat anything, and then on Saturday we usually have a huge after show party. Everybody orders pizza. I didn't have a single slice of pizza. This isn't good. I'm not even proud to admit this. On Saturday I ate nothing. I know that's a lie. My housemate made some empanadas in the morning and gave me a little Bolivian empanada in the morning. So I had one empanada Saturday morning. I had 2 shows that day, so I went to the theatre midday, had 0-calorie drinks and water, 0 sugar drinks, and then it got to the matinee had finished. Everyone went to Nando's. I just didn't really feel like going to Nando's. I wasn't hungry, so I just went to the shop, got some Diet Coke, and then just hung out in the dressing room. And then after the show, everyone ordered pizza, and I was like, no, I just don't want any, you know? I just wasn't hungry, man. I will say, though, again, this may be a weak point. I don't know. Maybe I need to look into this. I might be an alcoholic, but I did still drink alcohol. I drank a lot of alcohol on Saturday night. So maybe that filled me up, probably. I had a lot of tequila and whiskey. Just bad stuff. Bad, naughty boy. But, yeah, I didn't eat anything on Saturday. Now, Sunday's kind of my cheat day. And I went to Five Guys with my housemate. My housemate is the one who's like helped me with this calorie sort of counting. She's made like a weekly sort of food calorie count for me to be losing weight. So she's really good at all that stuff. We went to Five Guys. I didn't get anything. No, that's a lie. I got a milkshake. I just wasn't hungry. I got to Five Guys, one of my favourite burgers ever. I wasn't hungry, even on Sunday. We went to the theatre. I got popcorn. Went to the cinema. I got popcorn. And I got some pizza. But it was a very small pizza. And I wasn't really in the mood for it. I feel like maybe I bought popcorn just out of habit. And it was my cheat day. I was like, I should utilize this day and cheat, right? But I wasn't even really feeling it, if I'm honest with you. I think I gave most of the popcorn to my housemate, if I'm honest with you. I just wasn't feeling it. And I was like, come on, Inti, this is my cheat day. I've really got to, this is my moment. We even went to a shop and got a pie. Usually I would buy some cherry pie and eat it right away. I'd take it home and eat it right away. I didn't. I just put it in the fridge and had it way later, and I wasn't even really in the mood for it. I was just eating it because it was my cheat day, really. It felt like I was obligated to eat it. But I wasn't really in the mood for eating it. So that's kind of how the week went. I said I did some little experiments. The experiment I did was, I really want to see if this has really affected my willpower that much. I bought a packet of biscuits and I just had them in my bedroom. And I think I had two of these biscuits throughout the week. They were the what are they called? They weren't chocolate or anything. They were the ones that you often get when you buy like tea or coffee at like a cafe. It's like a caramelized kind of, it's just a nice biscuit basically. I can't remember the name of it. Biscoff, there we go, I remembered it. But yeah, the experiment, I guess I passed the experiment. I passed the test. I wasn't really feel like eating the biscuits. So they just sort of hung out in my room for a while. Again, I've never stuck to my diet completely any of these weeks. I've broken them every single week. So this week I did break it, right? I had some sweeties at the theatre Monday and Tuesday. I had alcohol, which probably has calories in it. I've never really looked at the calories in tequila and whiskey, but I presume there's calories in it. So I still broke my diet. But yeah, what can I say? Like, in the end, Mounjaro is doing the thing that it's supposed to do, which is just suppresses my appetite. So I just was not feeling like eating or snacking or anything really. So again, like, people might say, oh wow, how much weight you've lost, the accomplishment, we're really proud of you. Doesn't feel like I'm doing much really, because the willpower's out of it, I don't feel the want or the need. It doesn't feel like I'm doing anything. I mean, I am proud, I guess, but yeah, again, really fun, strange feeling. Still not have any side effects. I guess I'm going to the toilet less, but I think that's just because I'm eating way less. And I still tried to go to the... I mean, last week was hard because of the show, but I still managed to go to the gym twice and go swimming twice. So I'm still doing exercise, and the show was, quite sweaty. So I was definitely doing some cardio last week. This coming week will be a little bit more back to normal routine. Let me show you the food that I've cooked for this coming week. So this is going to be my meal over the next week. As you can see, I am peeling some potatoes. This is again a recipe which I think is around about the sort of 600 calorie mark for me. So there's some beef that's been cut up. I've put some Cajun spices on there, some paprika on there, and then pepper, of course, although I didn't really put too much pepper on it, but the thing that I love is these chili pepper flakes. Started frying. Didn't use really any butter or oil at all. I just slowly fried it, and I guess the juices of the meat became the oil. I started boiling the potatoes, and then I was going to use the steamer on top of the potatoes to steam some vegetables. As you can see, it's carrots and broccoli. And whilst they were steaming, the beef was cooking nicely. Nice cubes of delicious beef. Sorry for all the vegetarians out there. But this was really good chunk of protein. Mashed these potatoes all up with a brand new masher that I bought, which I was very proud of. And there we go. There's the meals, 5 meals. So it's those 5 meals and then rice cakes that I would have for my snack and lunch with some cheese or chorizo. And then, of course, the vitamins as well. But that's what you got. That was my food. That's going to be my food, for this coming week. And I'm very excited to eat it. I presume because of previous weeks, I kind of do feel like I'll probably break my diet again. But all in all, I'm eating way more healthily than I used to. I'm eating way less than I used to. I'm just thinking about food less, which is really interesting for me. Am I feeling any difference in my energy? Yeah, I am. I used to do 30 lengths, right, whenever I went swimming. But I would break it up into 15. I'd do 15, rest, go sit in the sauna, and then do my next 15. Now I do 30 in one go, which is just because I'm like, well, I've still got the energy. I'm just going to keep doing it. I've also always had problems sleeping throughout my whole life. I've always had insomnia. And it comes and goes in stages. But I don't know if Mounjaro is making me drowsy or if I'm just eating a bit too little and that's making me drowsy. But I'm napping more. Maybe that was because I was eating so little and also doing shows all week last week. But I'm just napping throughout the day, which isn't anything I've ever really been the type of person who just naps throughout the day. That's not me. But yeah, I guess it is affecting my energy in those two contradictory ways. In one sense, I feel like I've got more energy when I'm exercising and swimming. In the other sense, I get sleepy throughout the day and I just nap. And I'm not really a napper, especially not consistently. But yeah, that's been the week. That's the food for next week. Let me tell you about the weight situation. You've waited patiently. So I ended last week at, I think it was 118 kilograms. I weighed myself literally just now, and I'm 116 kilograms. So that's another 2 kilograms, right? 116 is 18 stone, 4 pounds. So I'm still losing a lot of weight. The first week I lost the most weight. It was like 5 kilograms. Then it's been this sort of decline, I guess. The next week I think it was 2 or 3, and then the next week it was 2. And now it's been 2. So it's kind of on a decline, but yeah. This week is my last, the last Mounjaro I've got in this batch. So I'm gonna take the last one, and when I order my next one, it'll be the higher dosage. So we're gonna see what the higher dosage is. But yeah, next week when I release the video, I'm just gonna give a summary of the full month, really, not just the week on its own. Give a summary of the full month, the full 4 weeks on Mounjaro, on 2.5 milligrams, and we'll see what 5 milligrams is. Maybe I'll experience the side effects, the vomiting, the diarrhea. Maybe I'll experience all that. Who knows? But it's all exciting stuff. It's working quite well for me at the moment. I am steadily losing weight, and that is great. Obviously everybody's different. I know a lot of diets, it's easier to lose weight at the very beginning, and then you sort of plateau, and then you kind of get stuck somewhere. So I don't know, maybe that's about to happen to me. But at the moment I'm really happy, and I'm enjoying the journey. So thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. Or if you're started a Mounjaro journey, or if you've been on the Mounjaro longer than me, let me know. Let me know details about your journey. Like, what am I in for on the 5 milligrams? Should I be scared? If you've got any questions, leave them in the comments below. Please like, comment, and subscribe. These are different kind of videos for me. Usually I chat about films all day and series, but this is important stuff, important life stuff, and it's good to chat about it and to be held accountable. So yeah, I will see you guys again in the next video. Love you very much, and just keep at it, guys. Just keep at it.